How do you guys? So, like I said in my last video, what I'm going to start doing going forward is doing little reviews on things I might buy new, so new bits of tackle, or things I might currently use and I've not done anything or mentioned before. So the first thing to start with is a reel that I ordered. It's a match reel. It's to replace an old reel that I had for about, I bet it's knocking on 15 years, if not more. But I ordered this from Bobco. No affiliation to them, just to make it obvious. It's just something I brought. They had the cheapest deal at the time. To be fair, I brought this last bank holiday, and because they got like a discount code on for the bank holiday, I saved 11 quid, which made about 7 or 8 quid cheaper than everywhere else. So yeah, and I've got to be fair, ordering from that store, they've I was really surprised on the customer service in regards to, I ordered it ridiculous o'clock the morning before, like 1 o'clock in the morning. The following morning, I got an email first thing to say that it had been dispatched and I was going to get it delivered on such and such day, which I think was the following day actually. And then the following email to say on the day it's going to be delivered between, I think it was like a 2-hour window, and the name of the driver, which is, sounds daft, but it's just good customer service. And lo and behold, turned up on time, and yeah, really pleased. So what I'll do, because it was a bit far away from over there, I'll bring the camera closer and run through the spec as I'm just unboxing the camera so you can see what's going on. Right guys, so this is my new Sahara 3000 SR reel. So let's quickly show the box first. Usual stats on the back. Fighting drag, it's key for me, that is. Absolutely love the old fighting drag. Didn't pay that I think I paid £45, so but yeah, let's crack it open. So manual, as you normally get, always get, should I say. Spare spool and one reel. I'd have thought there'd been more in there, because quite often with Shimano you get the spacers to give you a different line lay, but yeah, there's not in there, so I'm not sure about that. As you'll see, it's golden black. So I've never had golden black before, and when I first looked at it I thought it may look a bit garish, but so I took the plunge and went for it anyway, because I wanted another Sahara reel. The reason being is my last one went through so much and did me so much. It was just a workhorse. I just had to give another one a go. So this is your spare spool, normal line clip, normal line lay, and gives you a capacity. If I can, there you go. Gives you the capacity there and difference. You can hear it. It's machine aluminium or forged aluminium, so that's different, because my old one was plastic and it's hardened plastic, but not aluminium. And here's the reel itself. So first impressions are I really like it. I think it's damn sexy, to be honest. For those of you who haven't used one of these before, it's a quick button release, because this has been the rear drag, not the front drag. So it's, yeah, quick button release. Just swap that over quick as you like. Like I mentioned, this is the rear drag version. The front drag version is a stumpier, so basically you lose all that there. That's gone, and then you've got your front drag dial to affect the drag. So the spec of it, I guess, it's got 3 shielded ball bearings and 1 roller ball bearing. And so now it's got not got as many as a lot of other brands, but the actual reel itself is really smooth, and yeah, it's just really nice action. It's got multi-disc rear drag and the fighting drag, so I'll come back to that in a moment, because that's my favourite part really of one of these reels. Like I said, it's forged aluminium spool on both, and they've got what's called ARC line management. So and it also talks about now you can use it, or these are mono and braid friendly. The other reel I used to have was just mono friendly only, so they've stepped that up as well now. I think a lot of people were using these for drop shotting or light lure work, trout fishing maybe, I'm not sure, but definitely for pike and perch and zander, be ideal. The ARC line management, the quote it gives is that it's an angled lip, so that it gives less friction, so when you cast out you're more accurate. Now you probably can see it from that angle, it is angled, so the line comes off easier, and with it being aluminium, unless you scratch it I guess, it's going to be really smooth to come off, so that's great. Then the actual the line lay itself is called Varispeed. It's just the way that the bail arm goes round and puts a line onto the reel, so it puts it down nice and firmly and evenly. But it just means that it's going to stop also that it says if you're really fighting something hard, it's going to stop the braid or the mono from bedding in on the spool itself. What else we got? So yeah, just point out it comes in. You can get this reel in single handled or double. So if you get the double handle, you're going to have that side. Now I prefer single handle because to be fair, it's got a nice big thumb piece. It's just such a small reel because I've got biggish hands anyway, but in my hand it looks like a smallish reel. If you put a double handle on it, it's just cumbersome for me to be meddling around, and I'll be banging my hand on the other handle, so I prefer the single handle. Size wise, I think it goes from 1,000 through to a 4,000. The 4,000 I think it's got a 6.2 to 1 gear ratio, not the 5.2 to 1 like this one has. I'm sure that's what this one has actually. Where are we? Yeah, 5.2 to 1. So the bigger one, more ball bearings. Super Stopper is something else. Now what does that do? Super Stopper. Yeah. So Super Stopper is the actual winding mechanism of the reel. You stop it, it stops in place. If you buy a really cheap reel, we've all been there, I'm sure, you'll stop and you can actually bring the handle back. That's just a sign of a really cheap reel, unfortunately. And this one just doesn't do it, never will. So it's going to eliminate that. The other thing for me is underneath, you've got this little flap there. That is your anti-reverse catch. So when it's on one direction, you can only reel in one direction. Flip it over, you can go in both directions. So the main gain of that, I guess, for some is that when you're playing a fish, some will want to reel it backwards. I don't like doing that at all. And the other one is you'll see people when they're playing a fish and they'll grab the spool at the front. I hate doing that. That's why I love this mechanism on the back. So it's called the rear drag for a reason. So that is your rear drag, for those of you that haven't used it before. So clockwise means it goes really hard for the fish to pull the line off. Anti-clockwise, it goes really easy. But the other advantage, you put it right round, you've got this flap here. Now that is your fighting drag, and that's where it's a tensioner mid-fight, and it makes it more fine-tuned, if that makes sense. And it just means it's really good mid-fight with a fish, just to make it a bit more easier or harder depending on what fish you've got, I guess. Just knock it round, and you're not fiddling around. You're not going to have the chance of it coming off. It's just really fine-tuned. I love these reels. I can't sing enough about them. So rather than me keep waffling on, what I will do is I'll put some close-up photos and try and catch that glimmer that's in the black that you can't see at the moment. I don't think there's anything else really I can say. It's like an aluminiumed arm, bits of body that are I think they're forged plastic, to be fair. I don't know, I'm not too sure on that. I've not looked it up, to be honest, but yeah, that's about it really. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope it's been a bit useful for someone. Leave some comments as always if you think it's rubbish or some whatever. Yeah, I'll put these close-up photos now. Cheers.